All right, I'm going live for psychic readings, but don't get scammed, because if I private message you and say, would you like a free reading? Like, no, I don't do that. So don't get scammed. But we're going to do readings right now. So as always, let me share this, a live stream. And then we can do psychic readings. I got a little bit of time before I jump on with my next client. So I was like, I'm going to do psychic readings today. So how about that? Oh my gosh, Transcendence, I can feel your energy. I just saw a post as I was like looking to share this. I just saw a post in Transcendence. Transcendence is coming right up on the 8th of April. We're going to do Transcendence, the 6-week course. It's super transformational. So if you're stuck and you want change, this is the one to get into. All right, sweet. I'm just going to share this in one more place. If I can remember how to get there. Oh my gosh, I'm opening all these things because Facebook's changing things all the time. Yay. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. Jaw pain. There's lots of things that can equate to jaw pain. Okay. I need to grab some cards as well. That might be helpful for our readings, hey? Hi, Elena. Ilana? Elena? Ilana. Maybe it's Ilana. All right, let me grab us some cards as well. Just gonna pop this up here. All right, I think we're good. Sweet. Let's drop them. Okay. I haven't done readings for you guys for ages, so a bit exciting. All right, please beware that, especially because I'm doing live psychic readings, there's probably going to be a lot more scammers. What they do is they create accounts that look like mine. So they'll create a new Facebook account. It'll look like my Facebook account. So if somebody sends you a message and says, hey, like, would you like a reading? Here, just pay for this thing or give me your card details. Like, do not do any of that. Please double check the profile, okay? Any scammers, number one, they'll like be at you. They might say, well, you're gonna get cursed if you don't do this, right? Like, or if you click on their profile, you'll see that there will be some sort of spelling error, or the grammar's not correct, or it'll just look weird. They never post anything straight on there. They always like share my content, you know, it's always shared stuff. So just, you know, like if you like, oh, why is she messaging me? Like, you know, I want you to feel special, but please know it's not me. If you've messaged me first, right, then, you know, that's a little bit different, right? I haven't told you to message, like I haven't what's the word? Like I haven't chased you down. I'm not cold calling you. Like I don't need to, and nobody should run their business like that, in my opinion. Okay, let me just bring up the comments here so I can see what you guys are saying. So first of all, like I said, do not get scammed. Just look weird. Yay. Okay. Drawn here for a reason. Yay, that's awesome. Hi, Janine. Okay. Johnny, hi. Bianca, Rachel, Devin, Crystal. Second one, Ilana. Thought it was Ilana. It's such a beautiful name. Lauren, hello. And Tina, hello. Hi, Benjamin. I'm just checking everybody. Hi, Cameron. First time watching my live, welcome to all the new livers. Okay. So I should explain a little bit, I just got my cup of tea, of course. I should explain a little bit how my readings work like this. So first of all, I'll try to get to as many people as I can, right? I'll try and go fast. But sometimes the messages take a little bit to drop in or explain things or whatever. So first of all, if I don't get to you, please know that if you listen in, there will be a message in it, right? There'll be a message for you at some point somewhere in it. So if you can, you know, like listen carefully, there'll be a message in one of the cards that I read for someone else, right? If you're watching on a replay and you'll see my psychic readings and you're like, damn, I missed it. Like what you can do is you can like ask the question in your mind or say it out loud, and you can like get my video and you can ask the question. You can like ask it like 3 times, and then you can like toggle the little, you know how you can scroll across, like you can toggle the little thing across and just intuitively stop it and then just press play, and it will be a message for you too. So if you ever catch any of my you know, like replay psychic readings, that's always a thing you can do too. Rose says, I've become a huge fan. Hello. Lovely to have you here. Gabrielle says, I hope you're amazing. How's my hand? It's been pretty sore. Yeah, so that's how's my hand. All right, I'm just gonna see if I can switch this profile. All right, and so then how we actually do the readings now. So what I do is I ask, don't do it right this second, right? So I ask, you know, like for you guys to say, yes, please. So then there's like a whole list of yeses that come up on the screen. And then I just intuitively choose which one comes up. You have to stay live for your reading. So if you like put a yes in and then you go away somewhere and you come back and you're like, did you read me? Like, no, I won't, because I make sure that you're live, because it's not fair for everyone else that stays live. And then what was the other thing about that? Yeah, and you know, don't just keep putting yes, 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 like the whole time, especially if I'm reading for someone else, because that's just annoying and it's considered spam and I just won't read you, okay? So it's just annoying. If I get to you, I get to you. If I intuitively call to you, you better ask your angels instead of me, right? Okay, awesome. So say yes please, Hannah. You can say yes please now. We'll start. I did not just fart then, okay? That was this. It went. I did not fart, okay? I just went to move the pillow. See, I did it again. It's my nails. Oh my god, it sounds like a fart. I don't know if you guys even heard that. I did not fart, okay? That was not. I did not fart. I'm sorry. I did not fart. I'm probably live stream. I'll probably like delete the live stream after. No, I didn't. Anyway, it's just a normal human function, isn't it? Sorry. Okay. I did not fart then, okay? I promise. Alright, so I'm just scrolling through. Crystal. Okay, Crystal Sharp. I'm just scrolling through the yeses. That was hilarious. Okay, this one. Okay, be honest with yourself. I was also... Fighting is funny to me. Obviously, no, I feel a bit embarrassed. That's why I'm laughing. Did you know that laughing actually is a mechanism to release fear? So like fear, embarrassment, I'm like, oh my god, that sounded like a fart. That was not a fart, guys, right? Laughter is a way to release fear. So the more we laugh, the more fear is like letting, I didn't fart, guys. Laughter helps release fear. So we need more laughing. Like, you know how like some people like randomly laugh in like situations that they shouldn't be laughing in? Like that is like releasing fear, right? It's like crying releases the stress hormone cortisol, whatever. Laughing, I was about to say farting releases, oh my god. Laughter releases fear. Now the reason I'm going on about this is because Crystal, when I was like because I saw your name and I was like, okay, I'll just intuitive scan. I'm like, no, it's Crystal. So Crystal Sharp. And I was like, why is this happening like on her card, right? Not the farting, but all the laughing and stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe there's like some, you know, like fear that needs to come out, or like, do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, what's happening there, right? And that's why I started talking about the fear and the laughter stuff. So, and it's interesting because your card, oh, wait, let me see if I can turn this around without it doing weird things. Oh, yes, it worked. Okay, perfect. Okay, be honest with yourself, right? So this is the card that came out for you. Laughter therapy is the best. Yeah, oh my God, I can't even say it. Laughter therapy is really, really healing, right? And then, like I said, like, be honest with yourself is the card that came out. So look into your heart and you will know the truth of this situation. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they'll come to you upon angel wings. Okay, so just getting the message, like you're hiding something that is so close to your heart. Like you're hiding something that is so, like you really want to do something and it feels like, I don't know if it's like your fear. So there's the fear. So if you're scared of like, don't know that it's speaking your truth. Like I feel like you want to do something, but there's something that you can't, do you know what I mean? Like there's something there. It's like you're honest. It's almost like you're honest with yourself, but you're stopping, and it's something to do with your heart's desires. Like it's something that you really want to do, but you go to do it and you're like, oh, I'm not ready, or I'm not, like if there's something there with that, do you know what I mean? And so the opportunity to forgive has come out as well. So very throat chakra with that blue there, the light blue. And so the opportunity to forgive, this is the heart. It's almost like, how can you not be ready? Or how can you not actually have what you really want? Like oh my God, I just pulled the heart chakra card as well. I shuffled them as I pulled another one. And what's the bottom card? The law of attraction. So you're not getting what you want because you're not letting yourself actually be honest of what you really want. It's almost like the opportunity to forgive is more about like, why are you being so hard on yourself? Like why are you not like letting yourself like have what you want? Why are you not like why? Like who says that you can't? Or you know what I mean? Like there's something there with that, around that. Sorry, this feels like it's still a bit high or something. Yeah, so it's almost like there's something that you're not letting yourself just have or something, you know? So it's almost like the opportunity to forgive is more, sorry, I changed the camera all the time. Okay, I just grabbed the pillow, okay? Just grab the pillow. And it's like you need to come out with the truth. So you just farted. No, I didn't fart. Okay, this is not about me. This is the card reading for Crystal. Okay, we're not. Okay, it's almost like crack open. I want to say it's like it's way easier than you think it is or something. It's almost like once you let it out. Once you let it out, it'll all be fine. We're not talking about a fart. We're not, guys. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, I don't know what that's about. Okay. And so the heart chakra, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So this is like the heart chakra. It's almost like, and once you do it, once that like truth comes out, no, I'm not even going to talk about it. Then you'll be able to, like, it'll just be so easy, and you'll be like, wow, how did I let myself not have that all this time? Like, why? And it's almost like, why did I put up with what I did? Like, how did I tolerate that so much? But, you know, like, now you just can't go back. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, best fart stream ever. Oh my God. That is fucking hilarious. Oh, I love it. So there we go. Heart chakra, speak your truth. You already know what you want in your heart's desires. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Because once you do the law of attraction, it's all going to open for you. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all just going to come in. All of it. All right, guys, who's next? Another round of yes pleases. Let's have them. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Oh, I was gonna say I've been doing enemas. I almost said I've been doing enemas. Like farts don't happen when you do enemas because you're cleaning your bowels out. It happens in the toilet. But anyway, if there's too much information for you and you can't talk about the hard stuff, then you just disappear. Because yeah. Oh my god, that's hilarious. You're having the best laugh. You had the worst day. Okay, awesome. Maybe we all needed the laughter therapy today because what the hell? Maybe I need a new pillow. But I love this pillow I bought. It's just got like almost a canvas backing on it. So canvas / linen or something, I don't know. Okay, here's the yes please is awesome. Alright, let me reset myself. Not for more fighting though. I'm gonna knock my teeth out with the friggin' fighting comments. Okay. Alright, whoever this card is for, definitely about the water. Maybe it's the emotions that need to come out because the mermaids is calling for this person that I'm about to choose. The mermaids are always about the ocean, obviously, but water and the depths of the subconscious and the emotions that clear out, yeah? Okay, so let me just have a look here. Monica Delgado, is that how you pronounce your name? Monica Delgado. Ooh. Keep the fart pillow. Okay, I'm gonna keep the fart pillow. I do like it, but it's not gonna be referred to as a fart pillow. Maybe the laughter pillow. Okay, it's the laughter pillow. All right. So funny. Oh, okay. Soul Cage. Soul Cage. So this is for Monica Delgado. Rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. This card is so symbolic that you need to, you know, like distract yourself. I can't concentrate. Everyone's laughing. Joe just said I need a good laugh and circle work. I'm trying to be serious and do readings. Oh. It's a bit like on the Trust Intuition live stream I did the other day in our private group in Trust Intuition. I did psychic readings and I lost my shit because I was outside and someone was about to like reverse into my car and I lost my shit and I'm standing up and yelling and there's like, it's a park of full of people in town and I'm just like, I seriously thought they were going to hit my car and I was like, in myself, I was like, this is the last thing I need. And then I just sat back down. I'm like, wow, I just lost my shit on live stream. I was like, you can lose your shit, you can laugh your head off, and you can read powerful psychic readings at the same time, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're gifted and anything can come through, but it's also obviously powerful. So, Monica Delgado. This soul cage is like, it feels like it's a trap, like entrapment. And just feeling trapped, right? And it almost feels like you don't know which way to go. It's almost like you're walking around in a circle in the cage and you just don't know how to get out. It feels like you know that you want to get out, but you actually don't know where the bar, like where the door is compared to where the bar is. Like if you imagine a cage, right? A bird cage, whatever. Like you don't actually know which one is the door compared to the bar. Like just the cage bars. Does that make sense? But it also feels like you know you want to get out, but you just don't know how to, yeah? In a sense that, and it almost feels like you are drowning, like you're drowning in it, if that makes sense, yeah? You're drowning in like the suffocation of like wanting to get out, but you don't know how. And if you look at this card, the Atlantis is rapid development, excellence and success, and you can see she's like coming up to the surface. It's almost like you do, but and it's like this is trying to bust out of you, and so it feels like, I'm not sure what you do or anything like that, but this is like new information wants to bust out of you, and until you actually just bust it open, you're gonna feel like this is entrapped. Like you're gonna feel entrapped, and I'm getting the word entrapment specifically more than just trapped. Like it almost feels like there's a bit of not manipulation, like you were it's almost someone lied to you to entrap you in a way. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, is that like literal, or is that a metaphor for what you know, is is the feeling of, do you know what I mean? Hang on, I'm just gonna get some more information here. Time and tide. Oh, see, it's interesting. So the time and tide is the oceanic spells and rituals, because I was just getting past life stuff for you. So like I said, I'm not sure what your situation is, whether it's a relationship or what have you, but if you're wanting to leave a relationship or you're not sure, or you're just like, you feel engulfed or suffocated or like you're drowning, the way out is like, well, what are you holding back doing, right? And when you actually do that, the time and tide, the oceanic spells, you know, it's gonna break the spell. I just came out of the Life Purpose Business Mentoring, which was freaking on fire, that training this morning. Oh my God. Talk about a tough love ass whooping. Oh my God. I think, yeah, it was really strong. It was really awesome. It was fucking awesome. But the point that I'm showing that is because in there, and this always comes up, right? You've been in a 20-year relationship. Okay. So, okay, awesome. So 20 years. Okay. So hang on a sec. When we, so when you come out of relationship, okay, when we're about to break through to a new level, okay, and we're feeling like this, everything will come up, like it comes to a peak. And if we're stepping up in business or we need to make a decision or something like that, the sort of level that we're hitting, if you may, like you're sort of like hitting the top, but you can't get out of the surface, right? But this wants to bust out of you. One of the things that I always recommend working with is like the healing from the witch hunts meditation. So that's on my website. If you go to realityawareness.com and under audio meditations, you'll find the healing from the witch hunts meditation. There's a lot on that page, so you can go down. There's free meditations, there's paid meditations. So if you think you have all my free meditations, this is for everyone. If you think that you have all my free meditations, you want to go and check out that page, so that, you know, you don't, you can have a look at what you don't have actually. Anyway, the point is that the healing from the witch hunts meditation is on there. And whenever we're sort of feeling like this, it's awesome to do, because we are, you know, like tapping into a new space around, like when we're moving forward. And if we get to a point where we feel like this, okay, the relationship's a whole nother like aspect I'll talk to in a minute, but regardless, when we're about to move forward, all our past life stuff comes up, especially if we're feeling like this, where we were killed in our past life at the same point that we're reaching now, because we're always souls evolving, rapid development, excellence and success for the next level. We're always evolving and we're always growing. We're always intuitively, like, you know, receiving all this information, right? And so when we, you know, like hit that level and we're like, and we feel stuck or paralyzed or like we don't know, that past life is like the body, soul, muscle memory is being is being triggered, if you may. And it's like, we're not moving forward because last time we got killed and we're not going to do that again. So it's like protecting you. But actually it's 2022 and we don't need to worry about that these days. We're not going to get hung or whatever, in a way. You know what I mean? So definitely work with something like the healing from the witch hunts meditation. And I'm getting that as well. I was getting sort of like not spell or curse or like, you know what I mean? People like, oh, you're cursed and you can't be fixed. I mean, like, I could just rant on about that. Like, I get so annoyed when people say stuff like that. So anyway, that's not what I'm saying, okay? Because there's so much that I could talk about. It's a whole live stream I've done on it just by itself. And if you want to hear that and you're watching the replay or anything, just type in the comments like curses, and I'll send you the link to that replay. I did it a while ago, but the energy is potent and it's like the message is super, super important, because I see so many people in spiritual groups and they're like posting there for help. And then there's like all these comments and people are like, you're cursed and you're gonna be damaged forever and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, how can people say that to people? Anyway, the point is that I felt like there was some sort of curse or it's the entrapment. It's the entrapment. That's what I was picking up. The lie. I'm like, it's like a lie, but you were lied into a position that, like, do you know what I mean? Like, and that's where the entrapment is. Like, it was like, yeah, and now you found yourself here and you're trying to bust out. Now, like I said, it's not like a curse can be simply, you know, like, what's the right words? Like, let's look at it on a different stance. Like, you know, I'm gonna love you forever and be, you know, I'm gonna love you for forever and like be your only one for eternity, you know, and someone hasn't got, you know, someone's trying to find a new relationship, but they're still tied into the past lives that they said that. Do you know what I mean? So obviously not necessarily for you because the 20-year relationship you're talking about, but definitely work with the healing from the witch hunts meditation. Even for you specifically, I would be working with the past life meditation actually more so, because it just feels, because it's more a relationship, right? Well, this is a 20-year relationship. Little side note. And I said I'd come back to the relationship aspect. If you guys have followed me for a bit, you would hear me talking about on live streams, there's a 3, 6, 9 months, there's a 9-month healing cycle, there's an 18-month healing cycle, there's a thing, right? Must be why I felt stuck for so long. Makes sense? Yeah. So I'd really work with that past life meditation. That's also on my website. If you go to www.realityawareness.com and on the audio meditation, if you find it, you know, the audio meditation page there. So I'm just getting all these ideas at the same time. This always happens. See what happens when you're on live stream, guys? For those who were in my business mentoring training this morning, I'm like, need my notebook to write them down. Okay, so getting downloads and I'm trying to do readings. So yeah, so work with the past life meditation. Like, it's not like, oh, he's put a curse on you and it's bad and he entrapped you into this marriage. Like, that's not what it's about, right? You've hit the 20-year mark, okay? Stuff's gonna come up. There's a 3, 6, 9-month healing cycle. There's an 18-month healing cycle. There's so many different like tipping points of timelines where it's either make or break. At 10 years is one, and at 20 years is also a make or break, right? So you could also like sort of look back on your own life with the timeline and sort of say to yourself, you know, like, where did I first start feeling this stuck feeling? Like maybe it was 10 years ago at the 10-year make or break. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many little points here, if that makes sense. So yeah, so what else was I going to say that? Oh yeah, because check this out, right? So we've done the soul cage. There's the Atlantis. Yeah, something's trying to bust out a whole new like dimension of like reality. Yeah, the time and tide confirming the spell sort of, you know, feeling. But check out the bottom card. Like, this is no joke. Freedom. Like, the bottom card of the deck for me is always like the overlying message, if you may, of the entire reading. Like, it's the freedom card, like, for real. Independence and self-determination. Now, the other thing about, you know, everything I'm talking about, like, you know, who knows, you might realize that actually, no, I don't want this relationship anymore, right? There's also an audio that I've done, and it's about, do I stay or do I go in relationships? So whenever you're not sure, or you're not sure why you're stuck or whatever, I would, you know, like, there's always work to do before you kind of come to that decision. If you would like to listen to that audio and you haven't listened to it, just, you know, comment, do I stay or do I go? In the comments, make it really simple for me so I can send you that link to listen to the audio that I did about that if you're trying to, you know, figure out what to do. But the other thing, and this is the thing, right? So some people might look at that and it's like, oh, well, you're going to leave that relationship and the freedom and the independence and the self-determination. Like, what you have to also understand is that in a relationship, you may already know this, right? But it goes through growth stages, right? Like, it's like a no-brainer, if that makes sense, yeah? And so the growth stages is like a, how do I say it? It's like, if you look at like a baby, a toddler, a child, and an adult, right? They're different stages of, obviously, a person growing up, right? But a relationship also has these stages, okay? And it's so important to remember, understand, and realize where you are in the stage as well, like, of the entire relationship, okay? So at the 20-year mark, in my opinion, right, without knowing any more about you or the ins and outs of your whole story, blah, 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 and this card coming up at the bottom, like, it says independence, and I would say interdependence. Is that the right word? It's like interdependence. You know, like in the adult stage of a relationship is where you both, like, quote unquote, in harmony, and you're living separate lives, but you're together, and you also come together for the relationship. Like, it's a healthy relationship. You have time together, but you're also living your lives, right? Like, it's the interdependence, it's the adult stage, the adult stage is not the right words that I'm looking for the relationship thing, but it's a way to understand what I'm trying to explain when I can't remember the correct terminology. Yeah, so there's lots of different points and pieces about like the relationship. Yeah, and like I said, you might get to a point you're like, actually no, I need this for myself and I'm out of here. Like, do you know what I mean? But I would do the work beforehand, and first of all to release mature. Yeah, mature, there's proper words for it about it as well. As if I can remember them right now. So yeah, I love him, but I feel like I say more for our kids. He always tells me we're soulmates. Yeah, and see, this is the thing, right? And there's a lot that I could say about this. I've, gone through a lot myself. I've had a lot of therapy and counseling over the years. I've done a lot of trainings over the years. I've counseled and had many, many clients, and it's so random and so weird. Like, probably 90% of the clients that come to me, it's all about relationships. And the amount of clients that I've like had over the years, especially in the last 5 years being online, is like, I've just learned so much about it. Hence why there's an entire course in the Third Eye Chakra Consciousness, which you can access either if you're in Trust Your Intuition or in Transcendence Reality Society. So the TRS, as I call it, Transcendence Reality Society, you get access to everything in there. So, and the Third Eye Chakra Consciousness in there, because there's so much. The Third Eye Chakra Consciousness, so you guys know who don't know, it's all about relationships. Like, of course there's past lives and dreams and all that sort of thing in the third eye. But it really is about relationships at the end of the day. Yeah. So, okay. So Monica, so I would definitely listen to Do I Stay or Do I Go? I might post that on my page after we get off live stream as well, so you guys can find it easily. I saw some of you guys commented in here too, so you can comment Do I Stay or Do I Go? And I'll come back in and add those in for you as well. I just checking here, Marina said, I've just come out of a 20-year relationship / marriage. How do I know when it's the right time to move on? And I'm like, well, if you've just come out of one, I'm like, it would be now. Why wait? I know it sounds silly, right? Some people might be like, oh, well, you need to grieve properly and take your time. And like, the reality is, like, if you come out of a 20-year relationship, I'm not sure if it was your doing or not, but usually like after that long, you're kind of already done, or do you know what I mean, in a way. Yeah, so it's different, like I said, different stages. We definitely do the work before we leave, like I'm recommended for Monica, not necessarily for you, Marina, but like, how do I know when it's the right time to move on? And I'm like, well, number one, you need to grieve it. Okay, nobody can move on until they've grieved properly. If you just be carrying that buried grief around, and you attract partners who are still in love with their ex as well, in a way, right? As an example, they also haven't moved on because you haven't moved on. You know what I mean? But I would start putting yourself out there, because it's going to show you what you need to work on as well. Some people might not agree with that, and just start putting yourself out there. But yeah, it just depends what's right for you. Maybe you don't feel ready yet and you need to trust that. But I would definitely be grieving that, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so just checking through these comments. That's hilarious. Johnny says, thanks for the reading, love and light, as long as your wind doesn't get trapped. For those of you who have just joined the live stream, the first part of the live stream when we're just pissing ourselves so much, I couldn't stop laughing, and neither could everyone else. So you're gonna have to watch the start of the live stream if you want to know what we're all laughing about. I'm just going through checking comments, and they're all coming up about what we're laughing about. Oh dear. All right, and like I'd said, if you want to watch the curses live stream that I did a while ago, oh, this is the best. Yeah, just type in curses and we'll come back in and do that. It's hilarious. Oh my god, so funny. All right, Jasmine says, hi, great to connect with you again. Do you know, it's so weird, I was thinking about you this morning because I had messages come through, and it's interesting you came to mind, so maybe I was picking you up too, or vice versa. Okay, so Barbara says Hannah is all that she states she is. Thanks. In my experience, if you are considering leaving, there is 95% statistical probability that you should go. Trust your first intuition, it's always correct. Yes. Marina says, when do you know you're ready to move on to dating? I I think you will know, right? Like, you know, and it's a thing a bit like Barbara said, it's kind of like, you know, if you don't feel ready, well, you're not ready yet. But eventually you'll get that little nudge and it'll be like a bit hard to ignore in a way. So if you're questioning it, maybe you already know that it's maybe time, and maybe you just take the first step. I don't know how have you been called to date. Take the first step and you'll know if it's right to continue or not. Maybe you'll step in a little bit and then you'll step back and you'll step in. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe we all needed a laugh today. So good. Okay. You brighten any day. Thank you. All right, so let's have another round of yes pleases, and I better check the time. Oh yeah, the time. Yeah, I got a client soon. Yes, so if you'd like a card, just say yes please, or yes please Hannah, or whatever, and I'll see you, tune in for the next person. I don't know why I have a cup of tea or something when I'm on live stream. It always goes cold because I'm like talking the whole time, of course, not like sit there and watch. That's hilarious. Hilarious. All right, so Devin, you said that someone cast a curse on you. It's so funny. I probably should do an updated live stream on curses as well, because some people are like, oh, our family's been cursed. And I'm like, no, it's just the generational shit and all the trauma that needs to clear out. It feels like a curse. You know, like, yes, curses are real to an extent, but it's kind of like the power over is what the power over. I do have like a little mantra that's really fast to like help unlock it as well. If you go to my website, like I said, the audio meditation. So if you go to realityawareness.com and find, you know, the link on there to go to audio meditations page, and there's, like I said, there's heaps on there. There's free ones, there's paid ones. That's not all the meditations, but there's some there. There is the spell breaker. I'm pretty sure I put it for free on there. Like, you can just listen straight away. So that was where I would start. But you know, this is the sort of stuff that I work deeply with clients as well. So, you know, if you do want to work one-on-one, I do have 2 positions open at the moment. I'm not taking on a lot of clients these days. So if you would like information about that, please send me a message, or you can comment reality below, because they're the reality reconfiguration sessions if you'd like information on how to work one-on-one with me. And there's lots of yeses. So let me have a look here. Oh, it's your birthday, Lena. That's where my eyes stopped. Well, on Lena. I did see that before, actually. Your birthday. Clairaudience. Well, I pulled these out at the same time, really. Chamuel. Peace. This is also the life purpose archangel. Peace. What does it say? Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. I'm reading it. Oh, no, not back to front for me. It was before. So this one came out first. So Chamuel. I feel like, see how he's like still holding on to the bird? I'm like, what do you need to step up and start doing? I know you may be on the business mentoring this morning as well, because I know you're in TRS, in Transcendence Reality Society. Oh, look, are you hearing the messages? Clairaudience, Zadkiel. So notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. I almost said this as well, Chamuel, twice for you. And soulmate relationship. So I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Chamuel is about life purpose and helping with spiritual soulmate relationships, but also peace. So your birthday, what you're hoping for and what you're scared of, by letting the bird fly free, by letting your heart speak and being heard. You feel that? Yeah. Oh, check it out. Career transition. Oh my God, there's Chamuel again. I think you need to like listen to the Archangel Chamuel attunement. I think he was just in open-mindedness in module 2 of Trust Intuition 2. I think we just come out of that, or you know, the last training before last one is module 2. How's Archangel Chamuel's come out 3 times for you? I think you need to do the Archangel attunement for your birthday. You're going to do a live stream today. There we go. And I would do the Archangel Chamuel attunement, right? Because you've got that specifically in trust intuition. You love him, yeah. And just, I want to say, ask for birthday messages and ask like to channel. Oh my God, I'm covered in goosebumps. That's a strong message. So if you hadn't like heard the message from Archangel Chamuel, you just did, your audience. And this is the only good that comes from it, right? There's nothing about the fear that comes from it. It's only good. And the hello from heaven, it's kind of like, hello, are you listening? We're trying to get your attention. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. It's awesome. It's awesome. You're so very welcome. All right, another round of yes pleases. Let's go. I am going to ask for a fresh thing of yes pleases every time because some people jump off and that's really not fair for people who are still here. Chamuel seems to be persistent. Yeah, I would literally do that and like channel, see what messages come through as you channel him. Yeah. Love it. Love it. All right, Caroline Heathcote, is it? Yeah, I saw. Caroline Heathcote. Your name jumped out at me. The stag. Pride and leadership. So the stag also represents the masculine, and it's also very deeply connected with the triple goddess as well. Forgiveness, second forgiveness card that's come up today. And look at all the mushrooms. This feels very fae energy, very fairy, fae, you know, like, I want to say gardens, forest. Like, yes, this is, oh my God. It's on the bottom card of the deck. The fire fairy, like the fae. Not just fairy, like the fae. Do you, Caroline, do you live in a forest? I don't think you do. I don't know, do you? Or near a forest? Or have you been to a forest lately? Or do you need to go to a forest? Or you love the triple goddess? Okay. It feels like there's a really strong message from the fae that they're trying to speak with you. It's interesting because I've been working with the fae quite a lot, especially this last week, and that's why Jasmine had said, you know, I was just, you know, it's come back in as perfect time. I was like, I was thinking about you, like I've done, yeah, like the fae, the forest, the land, like it's been really strong. But for you specifically as well, you live in the suburbs, you need to go to a forest, yeah, or if you've got the triple goddess meditation, you can really work with that. There's something there that's activating, that wants to come through you. And that's the leadership. Look, it says leadership on there, right? So the pride, the leadership, the masculine is about stepping into the leadership, but also the what's the word? Like the action to bring the messages through, the actions to, you know, help with that, if that makes sense. And the forgiveness is more like the softness. It's kind of like almost like get out of your own way and let your heart come through. And the heart and the forest is very connected as well, the green lands. But it just feels like there's strong messages. And it's interesting because it's the creative action. So it's time for you to take action ultimately, but there is, look, and wow, and this is the other card I pulled, the spider, creative projects. So there is something wanting to come through you. It's like the softness, but it's like softening into connecting into your heart, into the message, into letting it come through you. Like, what is that wants to come through you? But it's time. But whatever's on your mind, and the fire fairy as well was like fire is always about action, etc. Yes. But this is also, what is it? Like the orange, yeah, the orange on the card is very connected to the sacral chakra. Yeah, so the sacral chakra in the orange is where we birth the creative projects, either birthing a baby or birthing a creative project. So whether you're a male or a female, we both have the womb. It's our sacral chakra, and it's where we birth projects and or birth babies, yeah? So this message for you, Caroline, Carolyn, I never know if I'm pronouncing them correctly, so I do apologize. Yeah, the forgiveness card again, right? All right, so who is next? Another round of yes pleases. I see people jump on and off all the time, so just want to honor the people that are here. Can't wait to get creative. Go do some now. Forgiveness is transformative. It can change debt into an asset. I'm working on manifesting a world economy based on forgiveness inheritance. Oh, that sounds so delicious. I just wanted to eat that up, hearing and feeling that. I love that. All right, Danielle is jumping out at me. Danielle begs. Okay, these two come out. This one first, new idea. So act on that new idea, but also take time for yourself. And I feel like for you, Danielle, I want to say there's no rush. Like, it's going to happen. There's no rush. Don't force it. Like, it's almost like, because it says here, enjoy relaxation activities that nurture your soul. It's almost like it's like, yes, there's a new idea. Don't rest on your laurels, but remember to do you. It's like really strong message. And what's this one? The emotional healing. It's like some heart energy in these cards today, right? And lots of pinks in this one too. So there's lots of other flowers but pink in this deck, and all the pink has come out. So are you listening? Another one, like Lena got the clairaudience as well. Listening, so the ear chakras are pink, right? Are you listening to the signs of that new idea? Like, are you actually listening to it? Don't rest on your laurels, and yes, take action, but make sure you're making that time. Maybe it's making the time for yourself for those ideas that are coming through. Because they're based in your heart and they're based in the truth, so that you can like let that come through. And then they've got the balanced friendships again. Again, it's the pink. Like, look, there's different colored. Okay, now I'm gonna pretend I'm lying. Look, there's different colored. Sorry, I'm doing this back front. There's different colored flowers in there. They're not all pink, but the pink is really that. So are you listening to that? But it's almost like, yes, great new ideas, because I don't think it's one, but and I do feel it's more about taking the time to actually make them happen or something. Like, that's what it feels like. Yeah, it's actually like do the thing or something. I don't know how to describe it. So that feels like your message. Okay, who's next? Another round of yes pleases. Thanks, guys. I've had ideas. Yeah, you've had lots of ideas. Yeah, and that's the thing, we can have lots of ideas, and it's interesting because the ear chakras is like, yeah, listening, but it's also about grounding them down to the earth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the ears, the heart, and the base are interconnected, because we need to like earth it and birth it. Earth it. So it feels like take time for yourself, like actually take time to birth them into reality. Like, it'll never be the right time, and there will never be space to do things. It's like, we got to create the time. Yeah. Interesting, coming off the previous reading was like about creativity and taking action on that creation. So it feels similar with that. Yeah. All right. Who is next for this card? Okay. All right, so Barbara Cara. Your name jumped out at me before. Here. Oh, let go. Let go. Barbara Cara, let go. Stop trying to hold on. Stop trying to hold on. Yes, I do. Barbara's asking, do you have a meditation for releasing ancestral energy or breaking contracts from your ancestral lineage that prevent you from succeeding? Yes, that's healing from the witch hunts and or the past life meditation. There's also on my website the generational lift. That is very, very powerful, that one as well. Yeah. So for Barbara Cara, get some exercise. So it was like, let go. Stop holding on. Get some exercise. In this one, debt paid off. And speaking about ancestral lineage and karmic things holding you back and stopping you from succeeding, etc., this card can represent the karmic debt has paid off. So stop like it's almost like you don't need to hold on anymore. The karmic debt has paid off. Like, why are you still wasting your time? Like, it's almost what it feels like, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, and then there is assertiveness. And what's this one wanting to come out? For serious, guys. Look how much forgiveness is coming out. So, what anger and resentment are you holding on to? I can see that I still had some with my blah post the other day, right? I've got anger and resentment sitting there that needs to come out, so this applies to me as well. So how do we release that? We cry and bawl our eyes out, and we also can do things like a, whatever you want to call it, a resentment purge, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I'm hearing the words like diabolical. Let me just, the hell does that mean? I know what it means, but I'm hearing it loud and clear. I just want to, characteristics of the devil, so evil as to be suggested of the devil. Okay, so sometimes when we're holding a lot of resentment, anger, and it's deep, and it can be generational. You know, we're talking on this live stream, and we're saying like I said, people come to me and they say, oh, my family's cursed and my family lineage is cursed. And I'm like, ugh, like I just roll my eyes with love, because, you know, it's just the way society's being trained, right? It's not their fault. And I'm here to change that. That's a big thing. So in the sense of like the curse and the lineage is just all the trauma and resentment and buried feelings and emotions stuck in the lineage, right? Stuck in the line, stuck in the web, like we saw the web on the spider before. On the spider's web, right? Stuck in the webs of time, if you may. So that generational lift that's on my website, I'm pretty sure it's on my website. Now I'm talking about it, I better make sure it's there. I'm pretty sure I put it on the meditation page as well. Because the generational lift is very powerful, and literally like lifting it out of your system. Like it's a pretty deep purge in itself, that one. So just be mindful when you're doing any generational lineage clearings. They can be quite deep, and you might have a physical reaction to them. Like you might go to the toilet, you might fart, you might, you know what I mean? Like you know, you might have feverish because it's like your body's like shifting all this stuff out that's not yours, that you've been carrying. So when we look at like let go, right? And I know this is for you, Barbara Carr, specifically, but it sounds like it resonates with a lot of people. The letting go card is like, then get some exercise, right? And then it was debt paid off, then assertiveness, and then the forgiveness, right? Now, when we look at this letting go and then the get some exercise, now this can mean literally like get some exercise, because when we're not moving our physical body, everything stagnates and it feels 10 times worse. We can literally go for a walk and not have to do a meditation because it shifted it, right? Some people would like, oh, I need to do this meditation. It's like, if you actually go for an exercise and move your body first, it'll shift it out rather than sort of piling up in a way. Tricky to describe, but you get what I mean, right? So to help let go of this stuff, letting go is fighting. It is. It's a releasing mechanism. When we're clearing energy, it's normal to burp. It's normal to like feel like you're going to throw up, but you're not. It's not really like a physical like nauseous. It's more an energetic nauseous. There's quite a distinct differentiation there. Something else that's really awesome that's also free, it's in my Clear and Activate pack. There's the Meet Your Star Being Guide meditation and the Clairsentient Sponge Clearing. That is like next level powerful in being able to help clear this out as well. So if you go just to realityawareness.com, it's actually the first thing that you see, the Clear and Activate pack. You can even just use that, and make sure you go through the instructions in those videos that I've got in there, but that would really help too. And like I said, like what you're clearing right now and what you're letting go of is the debt paid off. So if it feels really big, it's because it is, right? What you're clearing is actually more than just you, but have the confidence and the trust that knowing that you can do this, because you wouldn't be called to it if, like, do you know what I mean? You can't handle it, so to speak. And then this resentment, the forgiveness is like, as I was saying, the resentment purge. So what we can do is like, not in your good journal, but like just in a piece of paper, is like, you can hear some, like you just sort of tune into the question. It can be like all the ways that this person hurt me, all the reasons why I'm angry at this person, all the reasons why I'm pissed off because this happened. Like, you know, and if you start with that sentence or something like that, some people don't recommend this because, you know, it's like, oh, you're focusing on it. And I'm like, no, with the intention to clear and purge all the reasons I'm angry at this person is because blah, 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 blah. Let yourself like just go for it, right? And if it feels like it's stopping, ask the question again. Like, all the reasons why this person hurt me is because blah, blah, blah. Like, there will be more, right? And it's so powerful to do these when, you know, because we're like, oh, we should be love and light. But when we're like seething underneath, like, it's not going to shift it, right? This stuff needs to come out. And if you're not working one-on-one with someone like myself or another trained counselor or mentor or what have you, like, it is really powerful to do these purges. So when you've finished, throw that in the bin. You can safely chuck it in the fireplace or burn it or what have you. Make sure you're safe, of course. You can bury it in the garden, or like I said, you can simply chuck it in the bin and screw it up and it's done. What's really important that you don't do that step unless you're willing to sit down and write the good stuff out too. Okay, then you get some positive affirmations from Louise Hay or myself or other people that you know do like positive affirmations, and you write your reality into existence. All the reasons why I'm willing to forgive this person, because I don't want to hold on to this anymore, because I'm willing to release this, because I want to feel happy in my life again, blah blah blah. They know, as we know, and we've heard many times again, that the only person that you're hurting when it's like you're drinking the resentment poison, right? So it's so important to, like, we don't want to drink the resentment poison anymore, right? So we want to purge it out, we want to rewrite it, and then we want to make sure we keep rewriting the positive stuff over and over and over again, because that resentment went deep. We want the positive stuff to run deep as well, but we need to rewrite it first. So, you know, the letting go is deep and it is work, right? But when you move your body, you might not have to, I don't want to say work so hard, that's not the right words, but you know, it's kind of like it will shift a lot, and the movement creates movement. Okay, if you're not sure where to start moving your body, because the karmic debt is being paid off. This can definitely mean like physical debt being paid off as well, of course. And you know, when we've released the resentment, well, that's going to be easier to let go of as well, right? And then the assertiveness, you've got the confidence and courage to do this. Very solar plexus, yellow color, taking your power back. And whom do you need to forgive? We just spoke about that. Because this wants to come out, it's time for you to be you, and not all the clouded, webbed version of you, of like the generational web that you're carrying. It's time to free yourself. That was like in alignment with the other card of like the freedom card. Is it just there too, or did I shuffle them again? I think I shuffled them again. Of the mermaid deck before. So allow your true self to shine, because you're awesome. Love it. That's so good. That's so good. I forgot the things. Okay. Yeah, resistance training and kickboxing. Yeah, exercising is so powerful. Yeah. Definitely, definitely, definitely. You're so welcome. And I haven't spoken about transcendence the whole time. Well, I pretty much have, right? But so if you guys want to leave, you can. I'm not doing any more psychic readings. Thank you for being here. If you want to hear about transcendence that we're starting, transcendence is actually really powerful in releasing the generational curse, because it's more about, I want to say, humanity's curse. Like, transcendence is one of the most transformative 6 weeks course in general that I've ever created, aside from Trust Intuition, of course, right? But the journey and the depth that we go to of, like, you know, we talk about generational curses on this live stream. Transcendence is like humanity's curse that we're clearing from our system, because we're all plugged into a certain frequency just by being human on this planet. You know, and whilst, you know, it's not like we can just, you know, run away from our humanity, so to speak. It's more about unplugging from the humanity's curse that we're actually living in on a day-to-day basis, collectively, energetically bouncing off each other. And so transcendence really helps to, like, I would say, separate yourself from humanity's curse, from the darkness, to really allow yourself to plug into the light, because we're all, like, it's almost like we're all automatically plugged into the darkness and the trauma and all of that stuff just by being born on the planet through the generational lineage, etc. That's all just like recycled around and around and around. Yeah, so transcendence is really like unplugging and transforming from that. Yeah, it's so powerful. Barbara's saying, Transcendence is a fantastic course. I've experienced a massive shift in my life while participating in the 2020 course. If you feel called, I suggest listening. Yeah, are you going to join us for this round as well? So once you're in Transcendence, and if we do future rounds each, well, we do actually do them every 9 months. There's a specific 9-month cycle that we work with, and we do this 6 weeks every 9 months. And you've got lifetime access, so you can always join future rounds when we do it, and each layer builds upon each other, so it's really, really powerful. Because once you unplug from that dark mother grid and unplug from that, like the humanity's curse, if you may, it's really, really like, yeah, it's next level. It's an experience, but hey, don't take it from me. Yes, I was hoping that you'll participate. Awesome. I'm just going to pop the link for Transcendence in again. You can find the link on my page as well. You can have a look over that. I just popped it in the comments there too. I'll see if I can pin that to the top. Yes, I did. So you can send me a message if you got any questions about it. We start, I think it's like Friday, like probably a fortnight from today. So we start on the 8th of April, and we're heading into eclipse season. And so working with like Transcendence over the next 6 weeks alongside eclipse season, whew, if you're in for a ride and you want to channel the energies and not get sucked into the downward spiral, you want to be in Transcendence. You want to be in Transcendence. So yeah, thank you. Sending my pinky a vibration. Thank you. It's a bit sore. Like it'll just be random like pains every now and again. So thank you for that. Mel says, I hope I haven't missed this. I am just about to jump off. Is that what you mean, or do you mean for Transcendence? We're about to start Transcendence in 2 weeks, so you haven't missed that. Definitely not. There's still time to get in there with that for us. So yeah, it's going to be pretty powerful. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off this live stream. Remember, if you ever catch my psychic reading live streams and it's a replay, you can always ask the question in your mind, and you can like scroll the little toggle across and press play, and you know, it'll be a message for you if you listen carefully. So I shall see you guys real soon. It's beautiful talking with you. And if you only just joined, make sure you watch the start of this live stream, because we couldn't stop laughing. And it was like ridiculous. Please watch the start. Maybe like the first, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. We couldn't stop laughing, and I'm not going to tell you why. I'm just going to have to go and watch it. Love you guys. Bye.